going on? Awesome course architects and party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First, and we're talking the last day of 2025. So I'm calling this one Closing 2025 with Grace. How to honor both your challenges and your victories. Okay. If you don't know what we do here, I talk all things premium courses, whether they be online or face to face, how to take your knowledge, wisdom, life experiences, turn them into the format of premium courses and luxury coaching and mentorship brands. If that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification so that you know when new episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. I'm going to bring this one really quickly, but I really want to honor this space that I'm currently in because let me just be for real. The last week of 2025 has been kicking my butt. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Me continuing to show up for all my responsibilities, my commitments. Hey, Clonette, great afternoon. It's good to see you. Happy end of 2025. Okay, as we step into 2026, I always love seeing my mentees on. I'm sending you much, much love. And so this last week of 2025, to be completely honest, has been kicking my butt. From sick family members, the dog down to the dog, y'all. To losing family members, to tech failing me, to all kinds of things. Me being a little bit not necessarily sick, but having an injury of some sort. Like it's just been kicking my butt. And I literally feel like this. That's exactly what I feel like, okay, on today, like hanging on, that last little bud, hanging on. And they, of course, the beautiful thing about orchids is that like they bud back, right? So they can go completely bare and then they'll bud back. And so that's a beautiful thing. And that's essentially what this is about. But yes, life is lifing. I'm with you, Clonette. And so I want to like really honor this space that I feel like many people seem to be in right now, including myself, to be completely transparent and honest with y'all. And I'll just be like very high level with it. So here are a couple of points that I wanted to bring up. And of course, I have my notes here because I don't want to miss a thing. Okay. So the first thing is that life's challenges often come in clusters. And, I remember growing up, I would hear like some of my aunties and cousins, some of my friends talk about how things happen in threes. And sometimes, to be honest with you, they happen in quadruplets, quintuplets. Okay, things are happening sometimes by the dozen, it feels like. And so, life, a lot of times, the challenges come in clusters. And I just want to point out the fact and highlight the fact that that's normal. All right, we're multifaceted. Number one, as human beings, but number two is high performers, right? And so it's not about pretending to be strong enough to carry things. It's knowing that the character that you've built to this point, like God is never going to place more on you than you can bear, even when it feels like super heavy. But I just want to encourage you that things happening, and this has been me this past week, like, what? Wait, hold on. I'm already dealing with this. I'm going to deal with this, right? Like they happen in clusters and that's completely normal. What matters, number two, is your response. The response that you take to the things happening around you matter more than the actual circumstances. All right. And here's what I mean by that is like your circumstances are not here to define you. Whatever it is that you're going through is here to refine you, to make you better, to build. I know it sounds so cliche, to build the character, but more importantly, just to build who you are as a person so that you can get to the level that you're aspiring to get to. If you're asking for new levels, if you're asking for new heights, if you're asking to go into new territories, you have to be prepared to do that. And a lot of times, like where we currently are, we need more experiences to prepare us to go there. I remember talking to one of my mentors and he was telling me we get a lawsuit probably I think he said every week. I want to say every day, but I think he said every week. And he was like, you know what? I would not be prepared to handle that or have the team around me to handle that if I didn't go through a lot of the things that at the time I was telling him. This was maybe like 3 years ago, I was going through some stuff and I was like, this is just crazy stuff to be going through in my business. And he's like, but you need it. You need it to get to the next level. And he was doing like $100 million per year from one business, right? I don't know what he was doing in the other businesses, but that was a level like I aspire to get to still to this day. I haven't hit 100 million yet, but we are on the way. That is an inspiration and aspirational goal that I have. Like, so he's been extremely instrumental in this journey and putting things into perspective. That when he told me that, that really hit home because it's like, well, yeah, I bet you need some kind of tough armor or something to be able to deal with that mentally, psychologically, emotionally, everything, including the team that you build around you. So I'm just encouraging you here that the way that you respond to your circumstances matters more than the actual circumstance. There will always be circumstances, there will always be something that is there to build you into this person that you say you want to be, right? Life will test you. Oh, you said you wanted that thing? Okay, let me see if you really want it, right? It's normal, it's natural. Number three, success isn't about avoiding struggles, okay? It's about how you navigate them. That goes to point number two, but also success is not about avoiding struggles. The more you push against the things that are there to shape you and build you and mold you into the person that you need to be to handle the victories and the challenges at your next level, at your highest level, the harder it is. If you can keep pushing against it, okay, the more likely you're going to continue going through that thing. And I'm speaking from my own experiences. Like, this is why sometimes we repeat lessons, we repeat seasons, because we are pushing against the lesson that we actually need to take us to the next level. All right, that's it. Lexi, hello, hello. I appreciate you being on as well. Javier, hello, hello. I appreciate you being here also. Hey, IG, I see y'all as well. It's good to see y'all on. And so that's number three. Number four, sometimes slowing down is a power move. That happened this week for me. And as high performers, I know that sometimes we can go, no, I can't slow down. I got to keep going. Like, I got to get this thing done. I said I was going to get this thing done. Sometimes slowing down gives you the perspective that you need in order to power forward or propel forward. Like, I have found this in so many parts of my journey and so many seasons where it feels like I'm behind, it feels like I'm going too slow, and then all of a sudden I'm catapulted ahead because I took the time or allowed and didn't push against the slowdown. Sometimes I experience this going to the gym, right? If I'm pushing my body too hard, sometimes it'll slow down for me. It'll go, okay, and you feel a little tweak in your back, right? Or that little twinge in your knee, and it'll go, okay, now I'm trying to tell you, you need to slow down a little bit. It is better for me. Oh, that was weird. It is better for me though to take the time that I need to slow down, right? Take some rest and come back fully recovered, all right? And get in there and do what I need to do than for me to power through, further injure myself, and then have to take more time off. So slowing down is sometimes the fastest way to get ahead. It sounds counterintuitive, but my high performers, you get it, okay? And I know you get it because think back on some of the things that you have accomplished in your life and how taking your time actually propelled you or catapulted you forward, even when it looked like you were behind. Number five, you can honor both your pain and your progress. This week has been one of pain for me in so many ways, physically, emotionally, psychologically, a lot of different ways. It's been painful. I have been extremely tired, okay, exhausted, and just going through the motions of dealing with some things behind the scenes. And so I just want to be authentic and transparent. It has been a week for me of honoring the fact that I do need to slow down in some instances. This has been that week. I do need to acknowledge the pain that I am experiencing, but also acknowledge that I'm still making progress. I want to encourage you that every small step that you take, I don't care if it feels like, well, I did this one thing today, but that was all I could get done. As small as it may feel to you, it is a step forward. It is progress. And so I need you to acknowledge that and be okay with the fact that, hey, maybe I'm not where I said I would be by the end of this week. I haven't done all the things that I said I would do. I'm acknowledging that I feel some pain. And sometimes for me, one of the most therapeutic things is, yes, talking to my therapist, right? Or talking to a counselor, but also, or even one of my mentors, but also writing that thing out, like acknowledging it on paper, getting it out of my head and going, oh man. And sometimes the negative thoughts, because my thing about this is, and it has always been, you do not have to believe everything that you think, right? So in not believing everything you think, getting it out of your head and onto paper is very beneficial. And I love this practice. I don't know who thought of it first, but I heard it a few years ago and I've been practicing it and it works for me. If I think something negative or I feel something negative that's not aligned with my goals or what it is that I want to do and accomplish or where I currently see myself and envision myself going, I write that thing down on a piece of paper, I ball it up, and I do it, I'm a basketball player, so I I shoot my hoop and I throw it away. right? I throw it in the trash, because I don't have to believe everything I think. And so I just want to put this here. So again, 1 through 5. Number one, life challenges also, they usually come in clusters, and that's completely normal. Number two, your response matters more than your circumstances. How you respond, how are you showing up, how are you responding to what's happening around you? Number three, success isn't about avoiding struggles, it's about how you navigate them. They're gonna come. Let them. All right, that's it. Let them come. But how are you showing up? How are you gonna handle it? And the way I like to think about this is next level version me, right? What would she do? She already has it handled. She already has that thing figured out. What is it that I need to do now then in the present in order to navigate and move forward? Number four, sometimes slowing down is the power move. Society will tell you it's not. You can't go slow. You got to go fast. We live in such a fast-paced society, especially here in the U.S. Everything is fast, but sometimes slowing down so you can actually see the board or see the whole field. That's the power move. All right, that's going to catapult you further, faster. Number five, you can honor your pain and your progress. You don't just have to celebrate your progress. You can honor. When I say honor, I'm not saying celebrate the pain, right? But also sometimes being in that space, understanding that there is pain there, sometimes that lets me know that I'm living. I'm going to be completely transparent here, right? That lets me know, hey, you're alive. Like, in the same way that this thing is happening to you, you're going to come out on the other side. You have experience with this. You know that this is true because you've been through other things where you felt pain, you've gone through certain things and you've come out on the other side. So this is, you're going to be okay. It's just about what steps do I need to take forward. So honor your pain, acknowledge it, okay, especially if it's there, because I know sometimes, again, society will tell us, no, don't do that. Right? Be hard, be on all the time, put that protective shield on. Like, you got to find spaces where you're able to be completely vulnerable, completely you. All right, and if you don't have those spaces, then maybe it's time for you to cultivate your own space, because obviously there are other people. You can't be the only one who feels that way. And so that's exactly why I cultivated the spaces that I have cultivated. They're not just about strategy, they're also about mindset and habit set and all those things for my mentees and my clients and students. And it's a place where I get to show up vulnerably as well. As much as I'm like, I'm transparent on here, those spaces I get to be even more vulnerable. And so I cultivated those spaces for myself and for people who I know who are like me, who are high performers, are high achievers, and don't necessarily have those spaces otherwise. And so that's one of the reasons I quit corporate as well. All right. So the other thing that I want to put here is that God never wastes struggles. He doesn't waste any of our life circumstances. All right. So I take joy in that. I find faith in that. And I find sharing your testimony, like those struggles become a testimony. And it's also things that you can teach, which is pro tip, okay, or shameless plug, why I teach people how to package their life story into the format of courses, because you can teach from struggles, mistakes, challenges, obstacles, those things that you've overcome. All right, and even the things that you are currently going through, you can add an additional course or journey to your repertoire, all right, or to your inventory, so that you're able to help more people, able to help the current people who are in your classes continue moving forward. I want to close with this. I'm going to challenge you to do this thing today. Find 5 minutes. Don't wait for 5 minutes to come. Okay, find 5 minutes, and what I want you to do is write down both your challenges and your victories from 2025. It is a great thing, a great activity, and I do this. I've been doing it every year since like 2020, since COVID. Challenges and victory. You have to take the 5 minutes. You're not going to find it today. Okay. You have to intentionally choose it. Write them down, get them out of your head onto paper. I promise you have achieved so much more than you realize in this moment over 2025. Everybody's talking about how 2025 was wild. It was a crazy time, right? Things happening, bad things happening. But I promise there are also good things in there. You have grown from so many of the challenges, struggles, mistakes that you've made this year, right? And even some of the happenstance things that have occurred in this year for you. So I want you to write down challenges, victories. Take 5 minutes, do it today before the end of today, okay? And write it on paper. Don't just like think about them or talk them out loud. Write them on paper. It's a different kind of feeling when you get it out of your head and onto paper. The last thing I'm going to close with, of course, is some encouragement. You are stronger than you think, and 2026 is ready for the refined version of you. All right. 2025 does not define you, has not defined you. 2026 is ready for the refined version of you. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. If you want to learn more about what I do, as well as packaging your story into the format of premium courses, luxury coaching, mentorship brands, and programs, you can get started at jumpfirstacademy.org. Check out all the resources over there. Again, I love y'all so much. Don't forget to hit the like button for me so we can continue to spread this message globally. I'm all about spreading positivity. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Let's go into 2026 with more encouragement, entrepreneurial tips, and more tips about how you can get your story out there, because you are not supposed to stay local. You're supposed to be global. I will catch y'all back here tomorrow in 2026. All right. I'm wishing you an amazing night tonight, New Year's Eve, especially if you're celebrating here in the States. Please be safe. Okay. Wherever it is that you are, be safe and enjoy it. Lots of joy, lots of laughter, all those things coming your way in 2026. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing, amazing night. Bye, y'all.